Hello students! Welcome to week 2 of your Practical Research 1 course. Lesson 7 is about importance of qualitative research across fields. Let us answer first the activity portion where you have to form words out of the following letters. You have to be familiar with these terms because you will encounter them a lot of times in your research journey. Let us reveal the answers. Number 1, participants. Number 2, contextuality. Number 3, subjective. Number 4, interpretation. Number 5 is naturalistic. Number 6, inductive. Number 7 is validity. Now, answer the question below. What type of research do the words suggest? The answer is qualitative research. Its goal is to uncover and interpret the meanings people attribute to their experiences. We have mentioned and already studied about its characteristics. Its focus is to understand the meaning a phenomenon has for those involved, and the purpose is to understand how people make sense of their lives and their experiences. Now, qualitative research is very important and relevant to different disciplines. What is the word discipline? Discipline refers to a particular branch of learning or body of knowledge such as physics, psychology, history, and many more. It has its own intellectual history, agreements, and disputes about subject matter and methods, and its own community of scholars interested in teaching and learning in that field. Academic discipline denotes scholarly communities that specify which phenomena to study, advance certain central concepts and organizing theories, embrace certain methods of investigation, provide forums for sharing research and insights, and offer career paths for scholars. For instance, you have chosen specific track or specific strand because there's this certain discipline that you found interesting. We have categories of disciplines. First is natural sciences, which tells us what the world is made of, describe the structures into a complex network of interdependent systems, and explain the behavior of a given localized system. We have social sciences that seeks to explain the human world and figure out how to predict and improve it. We have humanities, which expresses human aspirations, interpret and assess human achievements and experience, and seek layers of meaning and richness of detail in written text, artifacts, and cultural practices. We have fine and performing arts, which includes art, dance, music, and theater, and then applied fields, which includes businesses, communication, criminal justice and criminology, education, engineering, law, medicine, nursing, and social work. Aside from categories of disciplines, there is also what we call subject area research approaches. Number 1 is a positive or scientific approach. It gives stress to measurable and observable facts instead of personal views, feelings, or attitudes. This is a very objective approach. It can be used in researches under the hard sciences or STEM and natural sciences. This approach allows control of variables or factors affecting the study. Number 2 is a naturalistic approach. This is people-oriented. Data collected represent the personal views, attitudes, thoughts, emotions, and other subjective traits of people in a natural setting. It focuses on discovering the real concept or meaning behind people's lifestyles and social relations, so it is used in soft sciences such as Jung's. Third is triangulation. We can say that this approach is a mix of the positive or scientific approach and the naturalistic approach. So it can be both quantitative and qualitative, and it can be used in hard sciences and soft sciences. This allows a combination or a mixture of research designs, data collection, and data analysis techniques. Now, research is very important in the humanities and social sciences, and here are the reasons why. Number one, it provides solutions to the social problems directly felt by people. Number two, it deals on societal behaviors, social issues such as stress, work ethics, organizational commitment, leadership style, child labor, teenage pregnancy, human trafficking, drug addiction, and other forms of criminality. Number three, it leads to understanding of social interactions that may lead to the formulation of new theories and practices that contribute to societal development and welfare. This time, in the abstraction portion, let us practice identifying research approaches according to their research titles. Number one, iron contents of oregano plants. To examine the iron contents, you can't just interview or observe the oregano plants. We have to experiment. You have to scientifically deconstruct the oregano plants. The approach should be scientific. Number two, Aling Bibs, a Filipino centenarian. Data here must be gathered through interview, so the approach should be naturalistic. Number three, electrical wirings of a Japanese car. This study demands for ways or processes, so the approach should be scientific. Number four, microorganisms in a canal. The variable is microorganisms, so the approach should be scientific. Number five, parents' views about the K-12 curriculum. Views here can be obtained through an interview or a standard survey questionnaire. So, number five can use a triangulation approach. It can be both a quantitative and a qualitative research. I hope that with the given samples, you can now answer items number 6 to 10 by yourself. Now, in the application portion, we have here 3 questions that you have to explain your answers. Number 1, which research approach do you apply in dealing with issues at home? You have to give a sample of an issue that you are dealing at home and then explain your answer. Number 1, which research approach do you apply in solving problems in school? Similar to number 1, you have to give an example of a problem that you solved in school. Then explain why do you think so. Number 3, what is the most appropriate approach to the topic related to your specialization? You have to go back to the topic that you are interested in and then you have to justify your answer. I believe that's all for lesson 7. Thank you for watching.